Get it? When you're out here moving, make sure that you're doing you, that you're doing you. You're only born to do one thing.
What's going on?
What's up with y'all boys, man?
Everything cool.
What's up with it,
Cool,
man?
cool.
You probably looking forward to it.
Yeah, so, we just kind of talking about, the whole process this past month,
The climate, man. What you think about it, Crim, man?
Like
What's going on with everybody just how it is out here with the election, what it's caused and everything? What you think about it, my dog?
I think it's good, man. I think it's good. I think that, to be honest, I feel like, I feel like it's a good time to be alive. I feel like there's a lot of changes going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people coming together, you're getting to see who really not with us, and you're getting to see who
That's what it is.
with us, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that line in the middle of the saying right now.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. My bad about being late, too, man.
Man,
It's all good, man.
Come on,
I know it is.
Man, you all dog,
Nah,
man. We ain't worried about that.
Man.
This nigga's is late, Look, man, it's all good, brother. Trust me. And we ain't talking for this camera.
Yeah, real.
It's good.
I said, nah.
Yeah.
I said, nah, that ain't cool. But I said, nah. All right, okay.
I ain't want to be on the phone like, hey, I'm 10 minutes away, and then be one of them niggas who
I got you.
20 minutes away.
I got
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's how you do it. That's what we call it extended location. You know what I'm saying? Put a nigga at rest.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm at the crib. Nah, but yeah, just, and then with the whole, obviously the COVID situation still is kind of still in that gray area where it's like, do we need to move on?
Right.
Do we need to move on? Do we need to kind of step up? It's tricky.
They saying the cases rising and all that type of stuff.
yeah.
People not taking it
It's gonna be.
serious.
I was in the store the other day, man, and I looked, no toilet tissue. I got mad. The lady was looking at me.
I'm sorry.
Like, why is he mad? You know what I'm saying, right?
My bad.
But I'm like, man, I almost got caught out the last time, man. Kroger's, we don't get nothing from them, but man, got a fresh batch of wipes. That's what saved me. If not, I would have been walking around like, man, what's wrong with Lou?
Got that mud butt.
You're right. He got mud butt.
Yeah, nah. Seriously, in all seriousness, no. Kind of moving aside from that, I just think that it's a possibility we might shut down again. I don't want to say that it's gonna
I hope we
happen.
do. I'm an introvert. I love this shit.
Really?
I'm with you, dog. Man, my dog, I'm with you. When people go in, when it first happened, people went in, and I was like, shit, that's it. I don't know, you feel free. It's like you want to go out then, but I'm with him, though. I ain't gonna lie. I know many people that just
You didn't like it, you.
Oh, it was cool. I'm always, my power bill $13. It went up. I was mad. I said, damn. Nah, but for the most part, I do miss not having traffic outside.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
that shit.
I got that point, too.
That was hard. That was hard. That was one of the best parts about it, because I still was moving around. Then it's like you shooting through the city in 5 minutes in places that used to take you 20, 25 minutes.
It's like the old
Right,
Atlanta.
you don't have to do-
The old Atlanta. That's how it was here.
I'm loving it.
We gotta talk about the big situation. Did you see the battle the other
I
day?
loved it, yeah.
Yeah, man. It was dope, man. It was dope, man. It really was.
Monumental for the city, for the city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, me being from Louisiana, but I'm a avid music lover, and just seeing what was going on, and even just to squash that beef, because like I tell people, it's very serious.
Yeah.
And then you seeing people that were so emotionally invested. A lot of people were taking sides. They were like Gucci out of line and all this and all that. But what you have to realize is the severity of the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got you have an offense and a defense.
Right.
They're not going to agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what was up there? What he did was, maybe not in the manner that everybody thought he should, but I loved it. Especially when they was able to. So hopefully they able to go further than just saying, hey, look, we cool. It's like, hey, let's get in here.
Yeah.
4-5 tracks would be dope.
Songs and stuff back in the day, but they ain't really, they did the Trapper Die or something.
Yeah.
They did some remix. I remember like 10 years ago, but to see them perform so icy,
Right.
That was hard. That was
Yeah, man. Yeah, it really was.
dope.
And I told people it wasn't rap beef. This was like street.
Yeah, that was real beef.
This ain't. That's the difference. Right. Let them know. There's a big difference between rap beef and street beef.
Because that's why I always thought I thought it would. If anything, I thought it would be Tip and Gucci before Jeezy and Gucci, because I just felt like that was a situation. I was like, ooh, I don't know if they ever gonna really
I didn't see it happening, but you know, when you're a businessman, and I'm sure both of them men about their business, them folks came at them with the bag. You start looking at life, you start thinking of how you influencing the young black culture.
Right.
It's a no-brainer if you got common sense.
Cause I hear people say, man, I couldn't be in the same room. I'm like, look, let me tell you something. Somebody give you 6 figures, and all you gotta do is play your song for an hour, 30 minutes. Ah, shit.
Folks will slap their mama for a minute.
Right. $1 million, $10,000, mama.
So you talking about, you know what I'm saying? What them men did, they pushed the culture forward. 50 years, if you ask me, Guwap was on the East Atlanta, and I love that too. But at the same time, I feel like it was hard. I feel like it.
Man.
Culture forward.
Yeah, I think Jeezy came with it though. I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick no side, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
you know what we was talking about the other day, Crim, and I know you could see it at this way. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I never listened to a lot of Gucci music.
Okay.
You know, so you know.
Down there in Louisiana?
Nah, he wouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
See, we one of them places to where it's small to where people would listen to him. Now you gonna have a couple people, man, that nigga lying. I didn't.
Yeah.
I ain't know a lot of my partners. It was just mainly.
You listen to like Boosie? Who you listen to then?
We was listening to Boosie and Texas.
In Texas. Who
Man,
Texas,
you know,
though?
Screw everybody.
Screw,
Slim,
okay.
Lil Kiki, the whole SUC. So I didn't listen to a lot of, but you know, I knew who he was. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So I knew who he was. So you got Jeezy, who, you know, we got to realize is he brung street to a commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I told that nigga had you wanting to whip pots. I ain't never thought about what they give you. Lifetime supply of baking soda, clientele.
He motivated the hustlers, you know what I'm saying? He motivated you.
He motivated you, you know what I'm saying? Even if you did, you like, man.
you ain't got nothing to do with
I need to
hustling.
try, you know what I'm saying?
And Guwap, he represented for the 6 for Zone 6. He had everybody like me being from East Atlanta, Zone 6. He had everybody. It became cool. Like I'm claiming the East Side my whole life, so I'm claiming it before it was cool to represent the 6. And then Guwap came East Atlanta Zone 6. That's my hood and all that.
Right. And see, that's what you could see.
So I'm like, okay, he putting on. So of course I'm gonna go with Holmes, but yeah, like both of them boys is hard.
Yeah, cause somebody questioned me about it. It was like, man, you know, when I went back home, man, Jeezy run Atlanta. I said, no, he don't.
Nah, I mean both of them.
They do their thing, but far as notable, like you said, because it's just if you. Not to say he wasn't street, but it's just something about Gucci connection. Like you say, it's a stamp, I guess, because he came out and say Zone 6. That make a good bit because once you say it's like,
he was still in the street with a lot of young cats.
Right.
He kind of got the money. You know, he bossed up, got a set. And ain't wrong with that. It's just different ways. Different
That's it, for different
people. It's just how they handled it. Guwap was in the streets. You know, and I can't say what neither one of them was doing. I wasn't with them, but from what I saw, you know
what was going on. I mean, it's a pretty record, you know. It's a pretty accurate record from what we see. Yeah, it was, you know.
Yeah, man. You know. It was dope. Either way. Because it was like, okay, I just give them props because that take a lot to really just say, you know what, because that could have went a whole different way. I
salute them as business, man. I feel like it's great business out there, and I feel like there's a lot of money to follow that. So I salute that.
Hey, man, I feel like at a certain point, you know, what we fighting for, just let's just get paid, bro.
Yeah,
let's just get paid, bro.
You know, once the ego is tore down, man, you know, you really get to see like what it is you need to get to, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it takes, you know, especially for the black male, it takes the latter part of the life to do those things, you know. Ending up like 38, 40, it's getting a little bit, you know, it's getting longer now, you know, the niggas ain't can, but it takes the latter part of a black male's life that say, hey, look, man, let's squash all this shit. But that one, like I said, it's severe, you know what I'm saying? Like you got... Yeah,
that's because he started doing a promo. I said,
and really the biggest part, though, the thing I think that it was kind of like the perfect storm because when you think about all the rappers that passed this week, from King Von to Mo 3 to all of that, so that kind of I feel like was in their head too because they grown men like you say and they watching all these rappers dying and they like, damn,
that's what we were doing.
We ain't die, you know what I mean? So
right.
I can see that being a perfect storm of events to make that.
And you know, to call on that point, that's a good point, Crim, because Jeezy actually accentuated that.
Yeah.
Man, this ain't for us, homie. The King Boy.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Hey, say, homie. I tell you what, homie.
I tell you what. Nah, but yeah, speaking of that, man, how long have you been rapping? Because I feel like you one of those people that we need to kind of need to be that. Okay, you heard about that Crim?
Tell them how it started out. Fucked you on the first night. Thought we caught a vibe. I ain't know that that's just what you like. Steady lying to myself. Swore that you the prototype. Fell in love overnight, and that's when shit stopped going right.
Hey, I appreciate that.
You heard about that?
That's a good point, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Humbly. I've been rapping forever. I've been rapping my whole life. I've been rapping since I could put words together and sentences together. Since I could write a word on a piece of paper. As soon as I could learn how to write words on papers, I was making sentences and making bars and shooting at my uncle, and he was like, "Nah, that's trash."
Going back. Yeah.
Writing, having Master P verse, then Silk the Shocker, then some Pac and C-Merch, just stealing all their rhymes and putting them together till I finally grew into who I was. You know what I mean?
So you pretty much living in your purpose then, huh?
Say it again. Oh, absolutely. That's the only way you live. And I don't feel like you live until you feel like you live.
Exactly.
Truthfully.
It's a void. It's like a void if you're not. And the universe is going to put you back in that situation somehow, some way. Always. Always.
I agree with that. And God and the universe, I'll run hand in hand. And yourself, though. That's what a lot of people forget.
Yeah.
God and the universe put you there, but if you don't put yourself there, it ain't going to work. But
Nah.
How it work.
You can have the talent all the
So it's a lot,
So what you been working on as of late? So you know what? Let's give him the story. Doing music. Like when he say he's been doing this, and that further pushes to the point. The first time I got in the studio, called this man with no Hollywood. Pulled up, you know what I'm saying? Good pike, you know what I'm saying? I believe it was gelato, you know what I'm saying? And look, and just went in, and even from then, because it was my first time. You know what I'm saying? And basically, how you came in, that gave me, basically a sense of being comfortable in there, because you was comfortable.
Right.
And you did your thing, and I could see that. You got a lot of people, man, I've been doing this since then and that. Then you see them in there, and they got this ruptured process. Everybody got their own process, but you can tell, how it go, man.
Yeah,
you done been able to different people.
Artist, like when you in your element, it's kind of like, you just got to get in your element. You just lock in. Same way with you. I know when it's time for you to kick a verse or somebody asks you for 16, I know you get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it don't matter where you at. You just got to, opportunity and preparation, whatever that old saying is and stuff like that.
Preparation, yeah, man, it's crazy. That shit, that feature cost me $75,000.
My dog did too. I'm like, okay, that was hard. So,
I'm broke. I'm in debt now.
I still had that song, man. I got
still listen to it.
Yeah, I still got it, man. We gonna get back in there. I just been sitting back, but definitely I've been appreciating everything you've been putting out. Cause like I was telling, even you gave me the first CD, I was like, man, I said this nigga hard, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, not just everybody do their thing. When you get a lot of CDs from a lot of individuals, and then they're aspiring and getting to where they need to be, it don't have that weight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have a lot of artists, you have that, if a lot of people haven't heard Kendrick. If you hear him when he first came out to now, it's not that big of a difference. It's almost like he just, got like a little bit more season to the vote, but it's like he knew what he wanted to do and who he was, and he was rooted, in himself to do his music. And see, that's one of the biggest things that plays off, so you've been pretty much in there the last couple. I know you've been in there,
in the lab?
Yeah, in the lab.
Man, to be honest, it's been, all right, so let's see, because I ain't really, so with the music, I'm still doing the music. I never stopped doing music. I'm always doing music. But I've always been an artist that I felt like it was nothing for me to make a song. I don't care about somebody hearing my song. I don't care about them stealing it. I go make another one. I make songs. I make songs like they bring money. Like it's never been nothing to me. And I've been doing that, going that way for my whole life. So just recently, maybe the last year, 2 years or so maybe, I kind of reshifted my focus, and instead of just banking on my skill, rapping, I started putting my focus in other areas, which kind of pulled me away from the music in a way, but at the end of the day, the music was still being created in my soul, so to speak. You know what I mean? So
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Going back over my journey, you know what I'm saying, that I've been through, year and a half, 2 years or some shit like that. Not that it was time taking off, just, life happens and you got to regroup. You got to put shit back together. So, you destroy the foundation, you build it back up for it to be better. So it's a lot of cool and hard ass, real ass shit I got finna drop, but at the same time, it's got to be calculated better. Quality over quantity. Definitely a new project on the way. Definitely new features on the way. Definitely new videos on the way. You know what I mean? All type of stuff. New podcasts we got finna drop. It's shit in motion, but at the same time, it's about really. When you got this shit in the target, man, it's about pulling the trigger, you know what I mean? So
there we go.
Really, I just got to pull the trigger on a lot of shit, but I got a lot of shit in the scope, a lot of shit underway, and I don't know if that's like I don't know if that make any sense. What I
makes sense. I definitely got to understand it, because, like you're saying, a lot of people think it's, when you're doing music or anything, it's just, you have this ultimate fucking resilience when you just music. But the thing is, what is that motivated by?
Right.
You gotta pass by, laugh at the person on the corner doing something crazy. You gotta interact with people. It's part of life is the balance. Have a couple arguments, whether it be with your family, your spouse, you know what I'm saying, your significant other.
Go through life.
Yeah, and when you get back to the music, it sounds better. I believe that's what we get from a lot of rappers,